Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome to part 2, creating chord extensions using only major and minor triads. Dominant chords. We're going to focus on 2 different dominant chords, that is 2 different keys. First being C dominant, which is in F major, and G dominant, which is in C major. So let's look at the left hand that's going to support the extensions. We're going to be playing a triad, that is a C7 in the left hand. So there's a couple ways to play this. First of all, index finger, the root, and the ring finger for the third, and for the 7, you're going to be using your middle finger. Okay, so now for certain chord forms, or fingerings, should I say, the velocity is going to be affected differently. As an example, another way to play that is to use your pinky for the third and your ring finger for the 7. So playing this chord form is going to help you in the process of, stabilizing that velocity, or how hard you're hitting the strings evenly. Now, for the right hand, for the first chord, you're going to be playing a E minor. Okay, so let's just play that. So we have E, which is the third, and G, which is the 5, and then we have a natural, B natural that is, which is the natural 7 in this case, but we need it to be flat for it to be, congruent with this chord. So we're playing an E minor flat 5 in the right hand, and we have a C7. One more time. Okay, for the next chord, which is a C9, we're going to be playing a G minor triad in the right hand. So we have G, which is the 5. Then we have B flat, which is the 7, and then we have D, which is the 9. So let's play that. One more time. Okay. The next chord is a C11, so we're going to be playing a B flat major triad in the right hand. So we have B flat, which is the 7, we have D, which is the 9, and we have F, which is the 11. Okay, so play that one more time. Those 11 chords, huh? Now for the final chord, which is the C13, I'm going to introduce a new chord form for the right hand. It is going to be a major 7 configuration. It's only going to play the root 5 and 7, so there's no third there. But here it is. You have a B flat, you have the F, which is the 5, so B flat, which is the 7, F, which is the 11, okay, also known as the 5 in this case for the chord. For the extension, it is known as the 11, and A, which is the 13. So let's play that one more time. Okay, in combination. Uber cool. Love that sound. Alright, there we have it. So let's move on to G dominant chords. Woo! I had to turn on the fan. I was starting to melt because of the heat. So, G dominant. Let's take a look at the left hand. We have the 7th position, the 6th string, that's the root. The 8th position, 9th string, that's the 7. And for the third, we're playing it in the 7th position, 10th string. So index finger, G, the ring finger, F, the 7, and the third, 10th string, middle finger, B. Okay, there we have it. Now for the right hand, we're going to be playing a B minor flat 5 chord. Sound familiar? It should. And we're going to have a G7. One more time. Okay, moving on. G9, we're going to be playing a D minor triad in the right hand. So G9, no third. We have a D, which is the 5, right? We have F, which is the 7, and then we have A, which is the 9 in this case. So no third. Third is in the left hand. Don't need it. Okay, moving on to the G11. Now, this is a standard inversion of F major in the right hand. Okay, so here we go. G11. One more time because the C didn't pop out. The strings are old. Also, remember, you can play different inversions of the chord. You know, you don't have to stay with a standard inversion. I normally start off with a standard inversion because it's kind of like a go-to. But, you know, the other inversions, the first inversion, the second inversion, in this case the second inversion. Here, see what that sounds like. One more time. Usually when you're doing accompaniment, having chords that are closer together instead of more spread out, or going to accommodate, you know, accompaniment better, because they just sound tighter. So there we go. G11 dominant. Now for the last chord, we're going to introduce a new triad in the right hand. It's going to be a major 7 triad. Initially, I kind of stumbled upon this. I have a tendency to kind of mess around with polychords in order to create different voicings, you know. Stuff like that. So, you know, I'll come up with whatever I'll come up with in the right hand that I try to create some sound that I'm hearing in my head or something that I'm leaning towards, whatever. So I examined it and I go, okay, well that's an F. It's a major 7 triad. I'm playing the root, I'm playing the 5th, and I'm playing the 7. You know, no third. Anyhow, so that's what we're going to be using here. Let's look at this. Okay. It's better to play it down lower. Like I said, to create that tighter sound is instead of spreading it out like here. Here's an example. I'll give you. Okay, so we have F, C, and E making up the triad in the right hand. Okay, an F major 7. All right. Now here it is spread out. Now let's bring it in closer. Drop it down an octave. Excuse me, keep hitting the wrong strings. Sounds a lot better to have it in close like this. Again, especially if you're accompanying somebody or you're just whatever, doing your own thing. I really need to change these strings. So there we go. The last chord, the G13, and thanks for stopping by and checking this out, and we'll see you next time. which will deal with the minor chord extensions, dealing with C minor. So peace, everybody. Take care.